Hi there guys, girls, and it's Mel Drago here. Today we're going to talk about you attempting and doing the impossible. Today, just 2 days short of my 60th birthday, I have actually squatted 180 kilos. That is about, how much is that? I will have to calculate that. 180 by, so that will be
36 plus 36, 360 plus 36, which is 396. Let me just check that.
Yeah, so it's 360 plus 36 is 396 pounds. Yeah, so 180 kilos. I've squatted for 3 repetitions today. And on the last rep, definitely I got just a little bit of a nudge from my training partner, Jude, who is a couple of months short of his 30th birthday. Yeah, so I'm working out with people who are half my age at the Macquarie Uni gym here in Sydney, in one of the suburbs of Sydney. What I want to emphasize here is that at the age of almost 60, 2 days short of 60, I have squatted 396 pounds or 180 kilos. And this, to me, it's a magnificent thing. Why am I telling you this? First of all, I've started putting up videos of myself. I've started doing things like my squats and my deadlifts. I've started putting them up and just telling you, hey guys, you can do this too. And that's pretty much what I want to tell you today. The important thing I want to emphasize is that you can do the seemingly impossible. You as a guy, as a girl, and girls, I want you to attempt what I call the impossible. Or to most people, that would seem an impossible task. A lot of the younger people around me, they look at me in wonder. And today I saw a couple of guys on the bench press watching us very, very closely. And because that is a big amount of weight. Jude was doing 190 and I did 180. You know, it's very easy for us, for you and me, guys and girls, we're a little older now, and we can look at things and we can think that this is impossible, that this is not going to happen for me. And I want you today to start putting that on your agenda. Actually put that as one of your goals, that you are going to lift your game. So I want you to start thinking what is impossible physically. One of the most important things is that we should know why we are going for a certain goal. And let me tell you why. Let me emphasize this, and I keep on repeating this, but sometimes some of my new people might not know why I emphasize the importance, the absolute importance for people who are getting older to be going for these goals. Yeah, to emphasize to my new viewers and to those of you who have still not absorbed the importance of what I'm trying to get across to you is that, and you might have noticed this already, but if you haven't, I would like you to pay attention to this, that as you get older, you tend to lose strength. And we think, oh, this is normal. This is the way things are. But actually, if you look at me, I'm putting myself forward like a guinea pig. And I want to emphasize to you that I'm going to be here in front of you on YouTube for the whole world to see how I progress over the next so many years, maybe up to 80, 90, 100, I don't know. I'm going to keep squatting. And the other day we were talking about death and dying, because as you might be knowing through one of my other videos, my cousin of my wife has just passed away actually from cancer, and my wife has been very, very upset. And as it happens, and because she has spent a lot of time at his bedside for many days, actually it was over a period of about 6 weeks when he was in palliative care. And it was, she said it was a horrible way to die. But she started talking about how we should prepare our kids for death and teach them about death and stuff like that. And I'm not one who goes into that area generally, but when she said, what do you think? Because I just arrived from work, and she said, what do you think you should be done? And I said, about the way we should go, in case we are sick, and whether we should, euthanasia and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I see myself as carking it under a squat, just having a go with the weights, and that's it. Heart attack or whatever, couldn't lift it and dead. Anyway, I thought it was funny, and I don't know whether you find it funny, but that's the way I would like to go. And so on my last day, I would definitely be squatting or doing something like that, keeping my strength up as far as possible. I am putting myself out here in front of you guys, and if you look at me, I'm going to angle this thing so that you can see me better. But if you look at my physique, built, I am strong enough. I'm strong. I'm pretty strong. I'm over the average bodybuilder, or over the average 60-year-old, and I consider myself a bodybuilder. I go regularly. I build my body, as in keeping my muscles strong, my joints strong, my performance at the highest. And that's why we have got this thing called Performance at 50 Plus, which will help you guys to become strong and seek the impossible, because that's the title of today's topic: to seek to be what is not possible. But this is the new normal that I'm talking about. This is available to you guys, to all of you guys and girls. And there were some of my family, my daughter especially, who gives me feedback about current patois and talk, the way people talk around, because maybe I don't have my ear to the ground as well as she does, she being on social media all the time. She was saying guys is enough, the word to use just when addressing you guys, it should be just guys. But I want to emphasize that they're girls also. This is so important for the girls, for the females in it, and that's why I keep on being very, very stupid and maybe stubborn in saying guys and girls, because I want to emphasize that girls, it is so very important for you to look after your body and to keep it strong. And that's basically what Performance at 50 Plus is about: keeping yourself strong, but not just as strong as walking the block and stuff. You have to keep yourself strong, way, way above. And that's me. Today I am talking to you about me having done the 180 kilo, and by the end of this year, this is about September now, it's September now, and in the next 3-4 months I intend to go at least up to 195 kilos squat for 2 or 3 reps, but that is showing that I am still progressing, that I'm going up into the strength wise. I'm increasing. If you can lift more weight, definitely you're getting stronger, and if you're getting stronger, you're getting faster also. Guys and girls, I want you guys to attempt the impossible for yourselves. What today's thinking says is impossible, to lift all these weights. And if you've been a bodybuilder for the last 15 years and or 20 years, and you've been taking all the drugs and all that. Yesterday I was watching Jesse Jackson, and he's an IFBB Mr. Olympia kind of level, and massive. He's got a lot of strength, and this is something. Yeah, maybe I look at it and I admire it and say yes, but I must also remember that he's taken a lot of those other aids like steroids and HGH and all that stuff. So because otherwise you won't be able to play in that kind of level of the game, and that is not what I recommend for you guys. I have got that in the Performance at 50 Plus. This is something that you have to avoid, because especially as you get older, you open up, let's say, gates or the doors to a lot of issues around your body, especially getting sick. And because we are a little bit weaker and all that, we are more susceptible to stuff like this, which are, especially steroids and HGH, are considered cancer causing, because they help the body to grow, but grow in funny ways. And cancer, especially if is a growth mechanism. So it's a mutation, but it definitely is a growth mechanism taking over the body in wrong ways. But what I'm trying to say is, we don't go down that path of taking steroids and all. So we do it the right way, we do it the healthy way. I want you guys and girls to start lifting the game, because this is the new normal that we are talking about. The old normal is the old people that you see around. I went to drop my daughter off, and we stopped off at a coffee shop. There was this older couple, they must be about maybe in their 80s, about 20 years older than me, but she was very bowed and walking with trolley, the supporting, the carriage kind of thing with wheels, and he was quite bowed also, and he was walking slowly. And we saw them walking up and down the street, and that is not what I want. That is considered normal, right? That's considered normal today, but that was for the people who are of the older generation, the people 10, 20 years older than us. But you and I, we have got a new normal in front of us. We know through scientific studies that you can keep on improving. So I'm here as a sample to you guys to tell you that, or a sample or example of what is possible for you. Because the research tells us that we can keep growing, we can get stronger. But I'm putting forward a lifestyle to you through the Performance at 50 Plus system. And I want you to stick around, guys and girls. Listen to what I've got to say, keep on absorbing, take the tips and change your lifestyle to become better, to have a better older years, because you don't want to be hobbling around and you don't want your quality of life to go down. I see people around me, parents-in-laws and all that, who are pretty much immobile and unable to do things for themselves. And this is not what I want for you and me. I want us to be highly performant, able to do stuff. I am currently on the path to learning parkour. I want parkour to be my aerobics outlet of choice. Instead of just walking around the park, which is just down from me, I am going to start doing more parkour, so do tumbling and running up walls and vaulting and stuff like that. And my dog is getting old, he can't keep up with me while we go around, so he comes back home exhausted and he looks like he's in pain. So I had decided that I'm going to peg him down and I'm going to do tumbling and stuff like that. I'm going to do that in the park. But guys and girls, what I'm trying to emphasize is that you and me, we have got this new target, the new impossible, but the new normal as well. We are going to keep on walking up to that level, and as we keep coming to that level, we make that the normal, and then we put up another new impossible target, so that we keep on working up to that level. Yeah. So that's what I did actually recently. A real concrete example, about 3 or 4 months ago, the way I was working out was such that I was coming in and warming up with, say, 80 kilo squats, and then go into 100, and at 120, 130, I would come and do 140 at the max, and that was it. And to some people that might look quite incredible, because there's 3 plates on each side of the squat rack. The bar might be bending just a little bit, but it's still, to me, that was nothing. That was not strong enough. And I started writing down my numbers, and this is what I want to show you today. Right now, here is my book, and today's stuff it's saying legs, and today is the 17th of September 2018, if you can read my writing. And here it says squats, because I came in and I warmed up with 60 kilos and did 8 reps. Then I did 100 kilos with 8 reps. Then I jumped up to 130 with 8 reps. Then I went up to 160 for 8 reps. Then I did 180 for 3 reps. And then I decided to back off. So this is what I call a pyramid scheme. You keep going up, and then you've got to back off and come down. So I did 140 for 3 reps only. I was intending to do about 10 reps, or at least 8 reps. And here it is written hammy stretching. So on my hamstring, I felt a bit of give, and especially because you're pushing towards the top, and all the athletes, they're always getting injuries. So that's part of what I accept, that we do have injuries now and then. And just a few weeks ago, when I was trying the 180, I failed. I failed the 180, and I came crashing down on the squat rack bars. So that keeps you safe, but I felt my hamstring give. So there must have been some slight micro tears inside there, or maybe a little bit more than micro tear. And so today it was fine. For the 180 I did 3 reps and I said, okay, that's it. And then when I went to do the 140 at 3 reps, I started feeling a little bit dodgy on the third rep of 140. I started feeling a little dodgy on the hamstring, so I stopped. I don't know if you understand the word dodgy, which is maybe a very Australian term. So yeah, so that's where I am. But what I want to tell you guys is you have to keep on improving. So a few months ago, just a few months ago, I was sort of stuck in a rut. Then I kept on writing. I kept on writing my numbers and trying to push the numbers and keep on improving. And that's a very, very simple trick for you guys to learn and to use as a tool to push you forward to the next level. But guys and girls, there is nothing impossible. For you, for me, there is nothing impossible. We have to attempt the impossible. Do the impossible. Do what everybody else says is impossible. And that's what I want to challenge you today. That you can be fantastic. You can be magnificent. If you don't have an idea of where to start from, please get my QuickStart. There's links around here somewhere. Get my QuickStart, and I would suggest also, as the Performance at 50 Plus website and as the Performance at 50 Plus membership site comes up, that go for it, and we will help you be the impossible person that you should be, and the magnificent and awesome person that you can be even as you get older. Guys and girls, I love you lots, and take care. I want you to be magnificent. This is what I am about, and I want to help you be the most fantastic person ever. When people come to me in the gym and they ask me about things, I'm so ready to share with them. Yesterday, he must be starting. I've seen him about the last 3 or 4 months, and he comes in, and I see him usually on the weekends, on Saturdays, Sundays. And yesterday, Sunday, saying that this guy started talking to me. He made eye contact. Whenever people make eye contact, I talk to them, and he started asking me, saying, oh, I've got tendon problems and my forearms are hurting me. And so I started explaining a lot of that stuff, and I will explain some of that to you also, how to deal with things like forearms hurting and stuff like that. All of us get hurt, some of us get injured, and there is some sort of pain involved in working out. But guys and girls, this is not impossible. I want you to say, that's impossible. I'm here. Let me try to get there. And when you get there, that becomes possible, and then you do another impossible. This is you. I want you to keep going and becoming great and fantastic. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm there with you. If you want me to challenge myself, if you want me to do something that you think that is really, really impossible, let's go for it. Guys and girls, love you lots. Take care, and I will talk to you next time.